Hello, hello everyone. Welcome to I Jump Instead. Welcome to this daily 30-minute rebounder workout. My name is Trophy Sally, and today I'm on my Cellar Sizer rebounder with handlebar. We love to have a handlebar in these classes so we can stretch deeper and go deeper into our strength as well. And so welcome back all of my regulars, and welcome if you are new to this channel. We go through all of the body parts and stretch all of the joints, and then we go in and do strengthening work. And then at the end of class, we're going to be doing some inversions. We're going to do lay down inversion, and so we're going to need to have a pillow at the end of class. And we also are going to start the class with some slapping, body slapping, which I love to do. It's very invigorating for the skin and just for energy. And so we're going to go ahead and get started with that. We're going to be nose breathing, and we're going to have fun during this 30-minute class while we make our bodies healthier, stronger, and more flexible. So let's go ahead and get started. Before I start the clock, why don't we do the quick slapping on the body just so that we can squeeze this in, and then we'll start our 30-minute workout. So what we want to do is just lightly tap around our body. So we're going to start by clapping our palms together, and then we're going to tap the tops of our hands onto the tops of our forearms, and then underneath our forearms, and then biceps and triceps on both sides. And then we're going to wrap around the deltoid. Perfect. And then we're going to do the neck, collarbone, and armpit on both sides. Excellent. Then we'll do the top of the chest. I like to do underneath here, underneath the breasts, and then the top of the tummy, down into the center of the tummy, into the belly button area. Perfect. And we'll get the tummy good, and the obliques, and the sides, and then we'll go into the back. When I go into the back, I like to switch to fists. Just seems easier to get up here. And then I'll switch back to slapping and get the upper glutes and the center of the glutes, outsides of the hips, tops of the thighs, inner thighs and outer thighs and hamstrings. If you have to do one leg at a time, that's fine. And then we'll go down behind the knees, calves, shins. Perfect, perfect. All right. And another thing that I like to do, how are we feeling, right? Nice and invigorated. We'll get on our rebounders and bounce that out. Just get that circulation pumping. Very gentle. Close your mouth for me. Teeth together, lips together, nose breathing. When I first wake up in the morning, I like to get on my rebounder. Within the first 15 minutes of waking up in the morning, I like to get on my rebounder and give myself just 30 seconds minimum, and I'll tap my face and my head and then my neck as well, and underneath my chin. And that way my hands are clean, I'm fresh-faced in the morning, and then I get the circulation going here, reducing eye bags and inflammation, and then getting my face covered, and then I can take care of the rest of my body when I jump instead in this 30-minute class or after this 30-minute class, because we don't do it every day in this class. Let's go ahead and do some humming just to practice our breath work. So we're going to inhale and hum, and you can hum one note, many notes, and we're just going to do it for about 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and get started. I have to get this timer going here so I can see how long 30 seconds is. Okay, so let's go ahead and inhale and hum. Keep your mouth closed. One more hum. Perfect. Now find your rhythm. Every body has a different rhythm with every rebounder. And so what matters is that you're in your rhythm with your up and down motion, bringing the circulation and the resistance release massage into your body, strengthening every cell. So let's go ahead, stand tall. You may even grab a pelvic floor squeeze and then keep your mouth closed and then keep your hand loose on the handlebar here while you twist and open. And look over your shoulder behind you. You can keep your head as still as possible while you twist. And then this time, keep your head forward. Look over your front shoulder. Beautiful. And really notice your poise and posture as you stay in excellent form. Keeping your ankles and knees loose because you're going in and stretching just by keeping your feet planted and then twisting your core. Excellent. Let's go ahead and hunch the upper back and bounce, feeling the stretch happening in the upper back. Perfect. I even like to go all the way down to a bottoms up. So we're going to go ahead and turn to our side, and then we're going to lower our hand down our handlebar. And if you feel confident to do this, go ahead and put one hand on the rim of your rebounder, and you're welcome to keep one hand up on your handlebar, and then find a position for your feet so that you can bounce your legs and feel your backs of your legs stretching. If you're feeling flexible enough, go ahead and put both hands down on the rim of your rebounder, and then just gently bob here while you stretch your hamstrings, your knees, your calves, continuing to breathe through your nose, and then explore all feet positions. So you can have your feet parallel, pointed out, pointed in, and then you can also rotate your weight and shift your weight to the outside of your foot, one at a time. And then you can even come up on the balls of one of your feet, bouncing gently into one straight leg. And just be here present with your legs and your body as you stretch deeply. And always use your rebounder and your handlebar in any way that you need to so that you can go deeper over time. These are props. These help us. The handlebar specifically is a prop to help us to perform better. All right, let's go ahead and slowly work our way back up the handlebar, holding on as we realign our bodies, facing forward, and just relax here. Excellent. Let's put one hand behind our head and stretch our shoulder by leaning our head back into our shoulder, just gently here. And then let's open up, keeping the feet planted, facing forward. Keep your knees loose, but stand tall, feeling the stretch through your spine. Perfect. And then come back to center and drop. The other hand behind your head. Excellent. Open up. You could even notice that you bend just a little bit back. You're working on your flexibility, and then you're putting yourself in an up and down motion. It goes deep, and so you don't have to go very far. You just meet yourself with where you're at. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do some front back hip thrusting here, keeping your feet nice and flat, but loose. And then your shoulders just make their way forward and back, giving you a little cat-cow motion in your spine, your lower back, very gently. Your weight is shifting, but you're keeping your weight mostly on the balls of your feet. But since you're going back and forth, you're just in a little rocking momentum, but you're nice and stable. And every time you go back, feel your core stretching back. Excellent. Let's go ahead and face forward again. Assuming you're probably already facing forward, let's go ahead and get us some twisting. Keeping the feet planted, just rock the hips side to side and swing one arm behind you. You're also welcome to let go, both arms swinging here. Notice that you're stretching into your lats. and your back, your lower back. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Go deep into your back and your lats, gaining flexibility. Excellent. Let's go ahead and do some hip twists. Point the knees out and let yourself sink into your heels and feel that deep stretch in your hips. You're also coming up on the balls of your feet, activating your ankles and calves, keeping your mouth closed. And you're welcome to also pick it up here. We're all going to be going at different paces, and we all want to feel like we're getting enough out of these workouts. And so always modify and bring yourself up to the level that you desire. Perfect. Let's go ahead and come back to a normal health bounce here, and let's do some shoulder rolls. We're just going to roll down and back and up and forward. Give me some big circles here with the support of your handlebar, keeping you nice and balanced in the center of your mat. And then when you're ready, reach down and up and go back. Perfect. Getting into your deep flexibility here. That is the foundation of all fitness. Excellent. Let's go ahead and just do some quick side to side. Just leaning into the balls of your feet one at a time, coming up like a rainbow with each lean up on the toes and over, and feeling that deep stretch through the oblique, hip, and lower back. Excellent. And then health bounce with me. Let's go ahead and point the toes outward and grab ourselves a glute squeeze. Just tuck those glutes under. If you need to get closer to your handlebars, sometimes that can help, because we notice that sometimes we lean back just a hair, just to help ourselves dig into our heels. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and relax the glutes, come back to parallel, and we'll stop bouncing, and we'll just do quick calf raises here and roll back onto the heel. Just like this, and really spread your toes and come up. And then this time, rotate the toes outward and come up on the toes and back one more time. And then come back to parallel, and so you can get into a nice pigeon toe, and up we go. One more. Beautiful. And then bounce. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do some pushing into our resistance mat to start to activate the legs. We also can activate upper body too. And so I want us all to have a loose handle on our handlebar. And then I want us to be pushing into our resistance mat and noticing that we're getting a shoulder flex, a lat flare. And this mind to muscle connection comes with practice. And so all we want to do is just feel ourselves expand in our upper back as we hold our core strong and push into our resistance mat. We're strengthening our knees here, and we're keeping our heart rate moderate by having more muscle activation. If you need more, you're always welcome to move faster, and you're also welcome to bring your ceiling down and have a little squat in your body so that you can activate even more muscle activation. Now let's go ahead and point the toes outward. Who's continuing to have a lat flare here? Excellent. So your hands are loose and you're connecting just to your shoulders and lats and back. This is your back muscles, your upper body. Just think upper body. And then bring yourself to parallel again, and let's have a little pigeon toe. Perfect. Back to parallel. And then let's go ahead and bounce, and let's do some squats. So we're all going to do squats at the level that we desire. I like to go as easy as I can. I feel that I was just thinking about this. When we go easy, it's like we take one step at a time up to our greatest fitness potential. And as we get higher up the stairs, then we can start skipping stairs by going harder in our fitness. But if we did always keep an easy approach and always just went easy, but notice that our easy was becoming more challenging, I feel like we would make really fast progress to our strongest, healthiest selves. So never feel like you have to push yourself too hard, but notice that it's always easy and fun. Let's go 2 more. I like to work on symmetry. Last one, and bounce. Perfect. Let's go ahead and do one leg hold. So we're gonna stand on one leg here in the middle of our mat, and then we're gonna point our leg forward and we're gonna flex the quad here. And hold here for me. Feel your core strong. You could even put one hand on your core, fingers on the core. Perfect. And then we're gonna take the leg, and as we're still holding a one leg stance, we're going to hold the leg out to the side and hold. And then we're gonna take the leg straight back and hold here, feeling hamstring, glute, lower back. And then we're gonna bring the leg back in and bounce. I want you to be very present with these moves. Let your heart rate come up and down, and then get to the next one. Let's go ahead and reach the leg forward here, squeezing the quad, noticing a strong standing leg, and then out to the side here, and then back. Flex that leg. Perfect, and then come back. Excellent. We're gonna do this one more time, and this time we're not gonna reach our leg out, but we're just gonna lift one foot out, and we're gonna see how we do just bouncing on one leg. If you're already more advanced and strong, you feel free to give yourself some higher bounces. Otherwise, let's just take it easy while we rotate our ankle here, right? Counterclockwise, and then clockwise. So I guess right clockwise, left is counter, do both, perfect. And let's go ahead and drop. Excellent job. You're also welcome not to bounce if bouncing is too much. So let's go ahead and get you bouncing just a little bit and do some counterclockwise and clockwise rotations. Perfect. Around we go. Excellent. And drop. All right, let's go ahead and do some cardio. So I want to introduce some new moves to you today. Stephanie may have already done these moves with you, but it's time for us to do them together. So we're going to be rocking here. And what we want to do is introduce the compass moves. And so we're going to start with Northy. Northy looks like this with both hands. So when my right knee points out, my right elbow comes down. So there's a crunching action in my core. And we're also creating incredible flexibility through the back. And also knees and ankles are strong. And so we can start with one side at a time, but if you can let go, just give me both hands here. Stay in your relaxed nose breathing zone and just let your body move with flexibility. 5, 4, we're gonna switch sides. 3, 2, 1, switch. And then we'll get both sides at a time so we can have one hand on the handlebar. Feel yourself stretching, easy world right here in your side and your back, and also engaging your obliques and core. Excellent. 5, 4, 3. Now we're gonna do easty westy, and so east west looks like this. So when our right knee points out, our right elbow is pulled in, and there's this easy momentum here of flexibility and cardio. And so if we're doing one hand at a time, let's go ahead and have one hand on the handlebar. Otherwise, I want you here with both hands, working your lower back, flexibility, and opening your heart. Perfect. Let's go 5, 4, 3, and then we'll do a quick switch and switch. Perfect. Keep that chest facing forward. Easy breezy, rocking side to side. Perfect. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna do hunch and punch. So hunch and punch is a forward momentum, and so when my right arm is forward, my right leg is straight, and then we swap. And so then this is how the movement would look with both hands. Otherwise, we have one hand on the handlebar and we reach forward while our leg straightens. And then let's stay on this side for 10, 6, and 2, and 1. Switch. Perfect. Feel that upper back stretching. Excellent. We'll go 10 more. And 8, 6, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to do Southie. And so Southie looks like this. And so Southie, both hands, when our right leg is straight, our right arm is straight, and we rock. And then we can notice that we can have a little flexibility here where we can stay up taller, or we can even hunch a little bit forward, and we can find ourselves working our flexibility in more than just a straight up vertical way, but we can have some looseness in our body. So let's go ahead and have one hand on the handlebar and hold here for 10. Feel that core flexibility, perfect. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. So reach down and feel yourself work in your back and your obliques. Keep it easy, 15 more seconds. Keep your breath calm. If you want more intensity, you can always calm your breath even more. 3, 2, 1, perfect. And then we're gonna do some more hip twisting here. So if you're already ready to rock and roll, I want you full speed hip twists. Otherwise, just have a mid bounce or more while you rock your hips. Perfect. All right, now we're gonna do some legs, and so we're gonna keep our feet here, and I want you to, if you don't wanna bounce, then I want you to just lift your legs up just like this. And if you're bouncing with me, then we're gonna go lift 2, 3, 4, lift 2, 3, 4. If you're more advanced, you are welcome to skip the mid bounces and just give me front kicks. I want us to work into our hamstring flexibility. And so kick with me every 4 counts, or you're not bouncing. And you're just lifting your legs up and getting strength through your core and your legs. And then you're gonna do some bouncing between sets. So we're gonna go 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. So everybody go ahead and bounce with me here. If you wanna get into the next one, we're gonna be doing side to side kicks. So we're gonna have a kick and then 3 mid bounces, kick, 2, 3, 4, kick. If you're more advanced, you're welcome to bring it up. Perfect. I want you to stretch your hips out with each move and also feel your core contracting, okay? So otherwise, stay with me at this easy pace because we're still getting so much work done by keeping it slow. Lift, perfect. Core, yes, and hips, excellent. Keep it easy. We'll go 3 more, and 2, and 1. Perfect. Now just relax and bounce. So again, if you're not bouncing, that's fine. Just bounce when we take our break. And now we're gonna do back kicks. And so back kicks, just a little lift back and some mid bounces in between. You can also just lift your heel up if this is easier for you. And then if you're more advanced, you are welcome to pick it up and just have a mid bounce here. And you can also lift your heels up and bounce with a little bit more speed. So otherwise, just keep it slow and keep it easy and do your best. Even if it's just a little lift like this with each move, that's perfect. Just letting ourselves breathe through the nose, staying nice and poised. Perfect. Yes. 4, and 3, and 2. How do we feel to gently twist? What I want us to do is gently twist in the middle of our mat. If we're not picking up our feet off of the ground, off the mat, I just want you to rock like this, keeping your feet on the mat. Otherwise, I want us all to take our hands off the handlebar and twist. Focus on the core. Every time we land, we're grabbing our core contraction here. So I want you to go into those mind to muscles with your mind to your muscles and grab your abs here. Feel that push against your resistance mat. Keep it easy, keep it breezy. Also feel your lats engaging with your arm swings. Perfect. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's go ahead and just take a breather here. And let's go ahead and take a seat and work core muscles. So easy and fun to do while we're sitting down on our rebounders. For my more advanced jump stars, you are welcome to incorporate bouncing in all these movements. But I also have been so much enjoying taking the bouncing out just to focus on more form and just more endurance, because bouncing just adds so much more strengthening to every bounce, or to, to every position that we put ourselves in, and the muscles get fatigued quicker. And so it's a wonderful way to advance ourselves, and we can start with the basics, which is no bouncing. So first we'll rock those side to side. This one, I don't know if you want to bounce. It's a little bit awkward to bounce, but so we'll just all rock side to side first and lift up those hips and give ourselves a nice stretch through the lower back. Do you feel that lower back stretch by giving yourself a little lift here? Perfect. And then after a few of these, we're going to go ahead and just open up ourselves and do a little back bend, keeping our head aligned with our spine so our neck is safe. We also can gaze over our back arm so that our head is tilted to the side, just like we were dipping back in a dance, just like this, feeling the strength through our back and core and neck. Perfect. And then we can start bouncing here. Otherwise, we don't have to bounce. And what we're going to do is we're going to just start to do our abs while we lean back and keep our fingertips on our handlebar and use our handlebar for minimal support. And we just lean back. And we can stay in the mind to muscle present connection, keeping our mouths closed and noticing that our feet start to come up as we lean back. So we could lift up one foot at a time. We could lift up both feet at a time. And then we could even start to straighten one leg out and flex the quad muscle while we stay in a lean back boat pose with this soft flexible mat underneath our bum and our handlebar for support. I want you to keep working your abs here. So if you're bouncing, you would be rocking and lifting your feet either both at a time or one at a time, and you're just incorporating the bounce. You are also welcome to have your hands next to you on the mat, right by your side, and so that you feel like you have the most support in your back. And you're also welcome to incorporate sit bouncing and then stop and then bounce and then stop, just to see how you go. Perfect. 15 more seconds, and then we'll do some side kicks where we work into the obliques. Perfect. 5, 4, just keeping it easy. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So now we're just going to pick our leg up and do a little side kick, just like we're doing a kickboxing kick up to the bag. And when we do, we have the support of our handlebar here. You're even welcome to put one hand up as you kick, just like this. And so you can have all the support you need. Perfect. I know it's quite the shot here. I'm sorry about that. And then we can work all the way up to our obliques, just like this. And it really creates the heat in the body and helps us to rock back and forth as we kick up. And then once we get those muscles nice and activated and we need our break, then we can take a bounce break. And this will help to relieve lactic acid and help us to recover quicker. And I'm certain that when we keep our intensity just where we're at, right where we want it to be, so that we're really feeling good and in control and feeling like we can go forever, the strength just accumulates so quickly. It's like exponential, because recovery is just about instant. So always go at your pace for today. Let's just do a few more of these side kicks. Excellent. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, and we'll do one last bounce here, just as a little recovery, just as a little bit of practice. And then let's all try to do a hold here. So we're either gonna hold here in this back position, or we're gonna lift our feet up here, or we're gonna lift our legs up here, and we're gonna hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop. Just relax and bounce. One more time, lean back, so you can just be holding here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. And then just get your little recovery bounce, the little lactic acid recovery, flush out, and then let's go ahead and grab our pillows and do our lay inversion. And so I like to have just this little easy rebounder pillow here. I jump instead. That's what IJI stands for. There's our logo. I didn't know if you know this, but this logo here, this is an I, and that's a J, and that's an I. And then that's the rebounder, right? So isn't that super cute? We sell these on our website. And then you have your rebounder pillow forever and ever. And all we can do here, or what we do here, is we lay down and we invert. So we can have our feet up in the air with our pillow. Now, if you don't have a pillow, hold your head up and use your neck muscles and your under chin and your face muscles to hold your head up. And then when you get tired, you're welcome to just put your hands behind your head and then hold them up and just intermittently use your face and neck muscles. Then we work into bouncing. And so we all need to practice. This is the perfect time to practice. Bouncing takes just a little bit of practice, and then we usually get into it. And so we can try different ways to get going here. We can put our hands down next to us and push. Maybe we can use our hands to pump up into the air and get us bouncing. Because once we get the momentum going, it's pretty easy to do. And then we can really work the core muscles, because once you start to get this momentum, you really can flatten your back into your mat, pull your belly button down, pull your head up, and put yourself into this crunch position. And notice your core muscles are completely contracted, and then you're putting increased gravity against them with every bounce through the force of acceleration, and then you're getting washboard abs. I'm not kidding. Feel your abs right now as you're in this position bouncing. That's contractions, and contractions with added resistance equals stronger muscles, equals burning fat, equals exactly what you want out of your trophy body. And so we need to get into this momentum, and then we can practice. A wonderful thing to do in the evening time as well, or any time throughout the day. And then holding the head up too is, of course, tightening underneath the chin and the face, and keeping our neck nice and strong, because we do want to have a strong neck. Let's go ahead and take a break now and relax with our head on our pillow and just invert gently and calmly and relaxed by putting our legs up against the handlebar. If there's someone in your life that you're thinking of, that you can think of right now, that would benefit from laying on a raised platform of 10 to 12 inches, just like you are right now, and would benefit from having their feet inverted, leaning up against a handlebar, I do recommend that you get or encourage your loved one or friend to have a rebounder to do the same thing. I do know that sometimes we tell our friends and family to use a rebounder to bring health into their lives, but sometimes they put up a resistance, and that's just the way that life is. But one thing I notice is that we might need to master our technique with our timing and with how we, send them the message to get jumping or to invert. Sometimes it's just getting the rebounder for them and putting it in their living room and letting them go from there. You can also say, here's a video, put it on, and put me on, put Steph on, right? And let's see what happens. But yeah. This is just so wonderful. We got our mom doing this. She's just about 80 years old, and this is something she can do. And she is definitely someone that isn't running marathons, if you know what I mean. So she can sit on her rebounder with the support of her handlebar, and she can lay down and have her legs up against the handlebar and invert. And inverting brings such amazing health benefits to our body. It aligns the hips, it brings circulation, up to our feet. And then we can start to squeeze our toes and do some reflexology, right? And squeeze our feet. We can squeeze behind our knees. We can find sore areas in our legs and feet and we can rub them out. And then we can bounce and pump all that circulation up to the area and bring healing. Healing really is, we're gonna go ahead and drop our legs. If you wanna stay inverted, you're welcome. This class is over. So we're gonna pop back up and stand up. If you have any healing that you need to do, or I was just gonna say what the recipe for healing is circulation without aggravation, and then stretching and strengthening into the injury without aggravation. But we do need to go into the tightness that's potentially in there, because right when we get injured, I feel like, especially with joint injuries, scar tissue comes in and glues the injury. So it starts to get tight, and tightness equals pain. So we need to go in and we need to loosen up the tightness. And so it's not only does stretching go in and loosen up the tightness, but strengthening also loosens up the tightness. And so then when we have the circulation of the pumping action that we get with rebounding, then we're just replenishing that nourishing blood that's going in while we're going in and working that scar tissue buildup. And we're also bringing nourishment to the injury and reducing inflammation. And so the rebounder is a wonderful tool for healing, and we just need to know how to use it. And so you're always welcome to ask questions here. We are going to do a Q&A on Friday about injuries and how to bring healing to them from our experience with healing all of the injuries that we have encountered. Because when we do jump instead, we really are putting our joint, as we progress with our intensity, we really do put our joints to the test, because we are doing gymnastics. We're bending our joints in all the different directions and then putting weight against them. And long term, we want to be able to have joints so strong that we can put them in any position with any amount of weight on them, and there would not be an injury resulting in it, right? That would be the long-term goal, to be able to be in a bend and like being able to, do a project, and then, you lean back and there's no pain, right? So with rebounding, sometimes as we progress through our journey and we bring intensity up, sometimes we get little weaknesses or little tweaks that show up, and we just have to bring the healing back to them, which comes with the rebounder once again. Then we're stronger on the other end. And so it's a beautiful learning experience by jumping in as our fitness journey, like as our fitness lifestyle. And it really is an awesome way to bring strength into our joints for all other activities that we do in life. So anyway, more to come. Just stay subscribed to our channel, and so you can see all of the videos that we launch. As you know, we go live every day in these classes except Saturdays. And then we offer bodybuilding workouts. They're aerobic bodybuilding workouts in our trophy membership, which is the join button. They're only $24.99 a month, and we go live 6 days a week. It's right after this class, and so you're welcome to join that. You can cancel at any time. They're less than $1 a class, and we take you to that next level of fitness. And then 3 out of the 4 Fridays of every month, Stephanie and I go live with a Q&A or a podcast on Friday evening at 5 p.m. And those topics vary. And so this week's will be on rehab. And so you're welcome to join that. And if you don't see us live on Friday, it will always be posted. And what we do, because it's another live video, it does get lost in the live tab here on this channel. So you have to go into our playlist section to find the Q&A and podcast playlist. And right now we have 4 videos in there, and those would be very enlightening for you to check out if you want to go in and explore deeper into I Jump Instead and the Trophy Twins. And then the rehab video will be there as well. Okay, trophies, thank you so much for giving this video a like, because you always do. And then feel free to comment below a red heart if you learned something. If you're healing an injury, you're welcome to give me the healing heart. I want you to get your injury healed as fast as possible. You can also also give me the fire heart if you're feeling frisky. You can also send me a red rose if you want, just red theme. Anything red in the emojis. The accountability, I feel like when you comment, it's your way of telling me that you were in class and that you're keeping yourself accountable to these classes. See you tomorrow. Trophies, have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye.